Knicks fans, let me explain something to you what the poison pill is designed to do. The poison pill is designed to stop teams for from trading for rookie deals that were just extended. So basically, the person who receives the poison pill end up losing more than a team who trades the poison pill. In other words, what they do is, let's say like Larry Nance. Larry Nance was making when he was being traded, he was making $2 million. His new contract, I think, was for $47 million. So what they did was they took both contracts, added them together, took the last amount of money he was making, last year he was making, they added into the new contract. Then they divided it by the years. And they ended up, so that means that for the team who's trading him out, they were trading out off their cap $2 million. However, the team that was receiving him was receiving him at a salary not of $2 million that he was making at the time, but of the new contract combined with the old contract, which came out to I believe it was around $7 million. Called the new contract was for $47 million. So basically, what it is that it gives the advantage to the team that's trading him out, and the team that's getting him actually gets less back for him because you're not going to get the, let's say like you trade, he's $7 million, but technically the other team is only really giving out $2 million. So the poison pill is to stop teams from feasting on other teams' rookies and their new extensions. So that's kind of what the Knicks did with the RJ. For instance, if I believe this is correct, if if Jazz was to get RJ, they would be getting they will be taking in $23 million worth of cap hit. The Knicks will be sending out basically $10 million. But the team that receives RJ with the poison pill would have to, I believe it's $23 million. They would have to take a hit. So the Knicks would be actually sending out, like they say like for Donovan Mitchell, basically, they sent him out to Donovan Mitchell. His salary almost would match Donovan Mitchell's salary. So the Knicks would only have to give somebody who's making somebody like somebody like McBride with RJ salary with the poison pill would actually add up almost to what Mitch is making. Donovan Mitchell is making like 30 million. So RJ would be 23. So you could even ask Cam. If you had Cam, it would be pretty much all they needed to add it. Cam or McBride. So that's why the Knicks did what they did. The Knicks, that way, if they decide they still want RJ, they would have to be able to absorb that and they would know that they're getting the poison pill, which means that they're only going to get back something like they'll end up getting something back, something like taking in salary wise, they're going to be taking in the same thing they're giving out, which is of Mitch's, which is what they'd have to do anyway. But RJ, they would be getting less players and less value because RJ now, instead of being worth, I think, $10 million at the time, is now worth 23. So that's the slick thing that Donnie did. Donnie did that. Leon did that because he knew that way it make it least likely that they would get RJ and somebody else. They'd get RJ and 2 picks, probably 2 unprotected picks, but they're not getting RJ, Grimes and IQ and Obi. That can't happen because of the salary now that RJ is getting. So that's basically what they did. They protected themselves from being fleeced by Danny the Fleecer. So that's the understanding that I have of the poison pill, and that's how it works. The poison pill is not poison to the people who took it, who prepared it, which is the team who has the player. The poison goes into the mouth of the team that's taking the player. So the team that's sending them out benefits, but the team that's receiving him don't benefit from that. But if they want the player, he's good enough, and they expect him to live up to the expectation of the new contract anyway. They don't really care. They'll take the player. But in this instance, again, if they decide they still want, if they decide they still want RJ, if Utah decide they still want RJ, they can take RJ. However, they're only going to get one other player with him, with probably 2 picks or 3 picks at most. So they've made it. What the Knicks have done with RJ and this decision they've made to give RJ an extension is now ain't no fleecing going on if you get RJ. You ain't taking RJ, OB, Grimes, IQ, and all that. That can't happen. It can't happen because of the amount of salary would be needed. They would have to give up some more players to meet that amount of money, and the Knicks is not going to do that. Or Jazz would have to give up some more players, and I think the Knicks would probably want Vanderbilt. If I was, the Knicks, to me, a good player that I would want from them is a player who doesn't make a lot of money, who has excellent defense, and that's Vanderbilt. I think the Knicks should go for him. I don't know if Danny be willing to give him up, but if he wants the players that he wants, maybe you can get him. Because he would be a nice off-the-bench defensive stopper, and he can pretty much defend all positions, all 5 positions. So I would try, if I was the Knicks, I'd try to get him from them. I mean, they're rebuilding anyway, so, let's get him. All right. Hope that explains the poison pill. I believe this deal gets done by the weekend. I think the thing that was holding them up was they were waiting for these players that are now eligible to be traded. The new players that they just got, I think they was waiting for them to become eligible. They are now eligible. So this deal gets done, I think, by this weekend. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe, and I'll get better at you. I need to get to 50 so I can start going live. So please subscribe. Amen. Have a blessed day. Peace out. Knicks Nation, one world. Nick world. That's the only world that exists.